Hi, my name is Muhammad Zahari bin Muhammad Amri. My message number is 073621, and I am the CEO of the Ship and Move company.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Alif Daniel Mezokatli, and my matric number is 073567, and I'm the CFO of Ship and Move Company.
Hi, my name is Nivelashni Rotopsinitra. My metric number is 073511.
My name is Raja Aiden Sofia binti Raja Azhar Shah, metric number 072111.
We are the lawyers from Yarin and Association.
And we are at the consultants of Shipmo Corporation.
Hi, my name is Nurul Aisha Diana Teresai. My metric number is 072695. I am the research assistant and videographer of the group.
Hi, my name is Narisha Mishaina binti Suhaimi. My metric number is 072560, and I am research assistant for this assignment.
Okay, Arif, thank you for coming today. Today I want to discuss with you about our main issue that need immediate attention. Recently, there has been pollution detected around our main livestock, though the exact source has yet to be identified.
Yes, boss, and as a result of this contamination, several of our animals, both cows and goats, have fallen ill, boss. Unfortunately, some have already died. This has directly impacted our production capacity, boss.
Oh, I think we need to get consultation from our lawyer as our current situation is getting worse.
I think I agree with that, boss. That's a good idea, boss.
We will set the appointment with our consultation.
Okay, thank you, boss.
Good morning, Raja. How's the days going so far?
Hi. Not bad. Just wrap up that licensing review. You?
Well, mine as busy as usual. At least this coffee is strong today.
Oh, we have got consultation coming up. Ship and Move Corporation.
Right, let's take a look. First time consult. We should be straightforward. See you later. Bye.
Yes, sure.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm Nivelashni, and this is my colleague Raja Irene Sofia, and we are from Yarin Association.
It's great to meet you. Before we begin, are you able to hear and see us clearly?
Yes, everything seems fine.
Perfect. Just to confirm, are you joining us from the main Ship and Move office today?
Yes, that's right.
Wonderful. We always like to make sure the technology is cooperating. Internet issues are no fun in this call.
Absolutely. Before we get into the details, have you or your company has a legal consultation like this before?
No, this is our first.
Okay, thanks for letting us know. Let me just run through a few important points before we begin.
First, everything you share with us today is completely confidential. This includes all the information and documents, even if you decide not to engage our company afterward.
Also, a part of our ethical duty, we will ask a few conflicts of interest questions shortly, just to ensure there's no overlap with any existing or past clients.
Regarding the fees, today's consultation is complimentary. If you decide to proceed with our firm after this session, we'll provide a clear fee structure and engagement terms.
And finally, for today's meeting flow, we will begin with hearing about your legal matter and your goals, ask some questions to clarify, and then offer initial guidance or next steps. Does that sound alright to you?
Yes, that all sounds good.
To help us understand your situation better, we would like to get a little bit more background about both of you and the company. May I confirm your name and role within this Ship and Move?
Okay, my name is Muhammad Zahari bin Muhammad Amri, and I serving as a CEO in this company.
My name is Muhammad Alif Daniel Zulkifli. I'm the Chief Finance Officer for the Ship and Move Company.
Thank you. And how long have you been operating Ship and Move?
We have been operating for 10 years, mainly as a supplier of cattle and goats to hotel and corporate buyers.
Could you walk us through what happened and when did the issue begin?
It started about 6 months ago when someone caused environmental contamination near our farm. Since then, our livestock started getting sick and many have died.
That's terrible. How quickly did the losses escalate?
Quite fast. We used to supply around 100 animals a month and generating about 700,000 ringgit in revenue. Now it's down to about 30 animals and around 300,000 ringgit.
What happened after initial contamination? Were authorities involved or any investigation?
We reported it, but no resolution yet. Meanwhile, our client did not receive the supply and we breached several contracts.
Okay, let's talk about the financials. Before the problem, you had consistent revenue, 700,000 per month, right?
Yes, that's right.
And now it's dropped to 300,000 ringgit. How are you managing monthly commitments?
Actually, for us, it's been so tough. We still need to pay RM35,000 ringgit in staff salaries and 12,000 ringgit for lease and utilities, and also we have to pay 20,000 ringgit in monthly dividends to the shareholders.
And debts?
For debt, yes, we owe several debts. For the first one, we owe 500,000 ringgit in a secured agro loan and RM300,000 ringgit in breach of contract claims from clients. And also we owe over RM100,000 ringgit to suppliers like vets, freight companies and also the transporters.
So have you received any formal legal notice?
Yes, we have received multiple statutory demands for unpaid sums over 10,000 ringgit.
That would meet the threshold for winding up proceeding under Section 466 of the Companies Act. Are you still able to make dividend payments?
Actually, no, we have defaulted.
Do you believe the company can survive with some restructuring?
Possibly, yes, but only if we can get relief and restructure our debts.
What would you hope to achieve from today's consultation?
We want to know if we can save the business or if we are already too far gone.
Based on what you have shared, there are two main parts to consider. The first one is corporate rescue. Corporate rescue is if a company can be rehabilitated. Winding up is if it is no longer viable. Under the corporate rescue, one potential route is a corporate volunteer arrangement, CVA. This allows you to propose a formal debt repayment plan to your creditors under court supervision and continue operating during the period. The advantage of CVA is that it avoids immediate liquidation and lets you maintain control of the company while negotiating with the creditors. However, you must show that the business is still fundamentally viable, meaning that you have a realistic plan to recover revenues and services at least part of the debt. If the contamination is being resolved and supply can be restored, CVA may be viable. But if the situation worsens or creditors object, the fall down is winding up, either voluntary or through court's order. Well, winding up should be the last resort. It means that liquidating the business assets and paying debts in the order of priorities and dissolve the company.
Okay, so for the next step, our recommendation is to urgently conduct a viability assessment for financial and operations. And secondly, engage with creditors to test support for CVA. And lastly, possibly appoint a nominee or insolvency practitioner. We can assist with drafting with a preliminary CVA proposal and initiate negotiations, but we will need detailed financials and a short-term recovery plan for your end.
Thank you again for sharing all the information. To move forward, we'll need a few key documents from you if possible. Could you prepare and share the following? First is that the latest financial statement, which includes the profit and loss and balance sheet. Second, the list of all current creditors and amount owed. Third, documents is the copy of any statutory demands and legal letters or breach of contract notices. And the fourth is recent bank statements. And the final document is any correspondence or reports about the contamination issues. That will help us assess your company's current position and evaluate whether a CVA or another restructuring route is appropriate.
And before we wrap up, is there anything that's unclear so far, or do you have any other question for us?
So far, I think everything is clear.
Great. If anything comes up after this, feel free to email or call us directly.
Thank you again for taking the time to meet us today. We understand how stressful the situation must be, but there is still option and we will work through them together. We'll follow up with an email summarizing what we have discussed along with next steps. We appreciate your trust in us.
Take care, and we look forward to receiving the documents. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that was a heavy one.
Definitely. Sheep and Nuko is in serious distress. Livestock contamination lead to disease, product loss, and now they are basically bleeding cash.
Yeah, the core issues we are looking at are the massive loss of livestock due to the third-party contamination and the breach of supply contracts, inability to pay secured and unsecured debt, and the statutory demands issued and the potential shareholders dispute over unpaid dividends.
Yes, but not to mention, the financial are alarming. 500,000 in secured loans, 300,000 in breach claims, and 100,000 in trade debts, and barely any revenue coming in.
For a legal standpoint, the key status is in the Companies Act 2016, particularly on Section 466, subsection 1A. Which stated that the presumption of insolvent if the company failed to satisfy a statutory demands exceeding RM 10,000 ringgit within 21 days. And second section that we can use is the section 395 to 408, which is a corporate rescue mechanism, especially corporate volunteer arrangement, CVA. And also section 433 until 475 on winding up provision if a request failed.
Exactly. They have already defaulted on debts and received statutory demands. They are technically insolvent under Section 466.
We could also explore case law like Re Bower SA 1999, which supports the position of winding up isn't automatic even when the debt is unpaid. If there is a genuine dispute or counterclaim, we can use the case of Pacific and Oriented Insurance Coverhut against Munima Muniandi 2012, which states that the court can delay or refuse winding up if there is a viable rescue plan.
So for the solution strategy, I think short terms, CVA looks like their best bet. If creditors agree, they still have 300,000 ringgit revenue, which could be workable if overheads are trimmed.
Agreed. But they need a licensed insolvent practitioner, a solid cash flow projection, a repayment proposal for unsecured creditors, and a possible moratorium to hate legal actions temporarily.
And if CPA fails?
Then it's a winding up. Likely compulsory, creditors should petition under Section 465, subsection 1E. We'll need to advise them on the asset liquidation and priority of payment, especially since they have a secured agro loan.
Also, worth exploring tort actions or environmental claims if they can identify the party responsible for the contaminations.
Right. Might not help short-term cash flow, but important for accountability.
So, next step, we follow up in writing, request full financials, and start working on viability assessments for CPA, right?
And prep day mentally. If it fails, voluntary winding up might preserve a better control and reduce reputation damages.
Agree? Let's draft that follows up email.
Yeah, sure.